Have you ever clicked on a sponsored chat in LinkedIn? Neither have I. That's just someone who wants to sell to you. Today, I'll share why most advertising dollars are wasted money and what to do instead to have clients naturally pulling you in. Let me share a TV interview story that changed how I think about marketing and branding. I was invited to discuss a regional economic outlook, my specialty in my first business. I had all the data ready and I was prepared for a video interview. When they put me through live, they introduced me like this. Next, we're bringing up two anti-money laundering experts to discuss the key changes we need to make in our regulations to keep our financial sector world class. Naturally, I assumed my segment would follow that one. But they turned on my video and audio and introduced me by first and last name to the audience. How did that happen? The firm that was doing my PR back then had been pushing to get me on TV, and wires got crossed. I have to own it. I didn't have a clear brand around my expertise and the specific problem I solved, and the TV anchor had no clue who I was. Then the deeper question came up. Why was I on a TV show anyways that would be aired while my ideal clients were busy at work? See, in my first business, I had done everything quote unquote right. Radio interviews, TV appearances, press releases, hired firms to manage my social media. I was out there advertising left and right, active and visible. But I didn't need to reach a TV or radio audience with thousands of people. In fact, if I had only focused on reaching 50 people in that business, it would have become a profitable venture. The breakthrough came when I stopped trying to reach everyone and started creating specific value for my clients. Think about traditional advertising. When was the last time you were driving down a highway, saw a billboard that looked relevant, turned around, pulled over, and wrote down the phone number? When was the last time you heard an ad on the radio and pulled over to write down their name in case you ever had that problem? Probably never. What do you do when you have a specific problem? You probably go look for someone who knows how to solve it. What happens when you find an expert who can solve that problem for you with a piece of content you can access through their website? Of course, you give them your email and download the solution. If the solution's good enough, you may even go back to find out what else they can solve. Advertising to everyone is kind of like throwing a handful of seeds from an airplane and hoping to plant a field of crops. Instead of advertising to the world, create specific problem-solving content designed only to reach your ideal clients. Make it so valuable that they would pay for it. What does that really look like for professionals like us selling our expertise? Imagine you're an expert in tax accounting. Instead of creating a generic piece of content for everyone called Tips to Reduce Your Tax Bill, if you had something focused for your ideal client like tax optimization strategies for medical practices, it would resonate right away. If that piece of content is extraordinary, and you have another piece of content that they'll get a week later called Equipment Write-Off Guide for Medical Practices, What Qualifies in 2025, you start a relationship. Now you've given to them twice, potentially saving them tens of thousands of dollars. You have not asked for anything. You've not asked for them to buy anything yet. When we create powerful relationships in this way, it generates a sense of retribution. They actually want to do business with you at some point because they've already gotten so much value from you. In fact, I have a client that gets a booking every time she sends out an email with her newest problem-solving content. Why? Because she's consistently creating specific, valuable solutions for her ideal clients. In fact, she doesn't need to be out there saying that she's an expert. People have experienced her expertise. So instead of spending those dollars you've worked so hard to earn on advertising to a general audience or broadcasting to people about your expertise, invest that money in creating a high value free offer that will give your ideal clients immediate value and an experience of working with you. Here are the key takeaways. Target your ideal client, not the masses. Stop pushing your expertise. Create value that pulls people in. Make your free offers so valuable that people would pay for it. Stop wasting time trying to reach everyone. Create something incredibly valuable for the specific people you want to serve. Because when you truly help someone solve a problem, they don't just become a client, they become a fan. I'm Melissa Marchand, helping accomplished professionals build consulting businesses they love. If you know someone ready to make this transition, please share this episode with them.